Greetings to all of our readers and viewers of Bulgarian Entrepreneur Magazine. Today we have Yavor Zlatev joining us from Advision IT, and with over 15 years of experience in providing excellent IT services. Today's topic, we're going to focus on the fast access to the Amazon Cloud service. And what is the timeline, what to expect during that integration. Hello, Yavor.
Hello. Nice to meet you again. A very interesting topic for us because we're specializing in it.
Amazing. Okay, so tell me, how does the timeline look for integration of Amazon Cloud service?
You mean for a new client? How much
for
time
new
it
clients
takes,
specifically?
How much time it takes a new client to onboard at AWS? It depends a lot on the requirements of the client, on the statement of work that the client has. I should say that probably this is the period, or let's say that is the part of the timeline of the project that takes most of the time, because the bad planning comes as a result to bad results at the end of the day. We are helping as AWS advanced tier partner the client to plan well and to minimize the time for onboarding. I couldn't specify the time because it depends a lot on the project. Some projects are very big, some other projects are smaller, but we have a way how to approach each project, big or small. For the small and medium-sized projects, and for the bigger projects, we have an integration in place. It's an application, if you name it like that, that is helping the client to onboard fast and to test the cloud.
Okay, so the process is not really standardized, but it's individual to the client.
Very much, because Amazon offers a very big number of services, despite the fact that there are a lot which are common, like virtual machines. They're called EC2 instances, load balancers, for example, a number of technologies. So I don't want to go into technical details, but the technologies and the features are very wide, and from that perspective, each client, especially on the enterprise level, has its own requirements and its own statement of work. There are certain technologies which are common, but obviously we have to adapt to the technology needs of the client.
That's the most important. And you did mention an integration process that you have installed, sort of an application. Can you tell me more about that and what benefit it has to the new client?
We have been working with different clients for a number of years, and we have realized that that timeline, that period, sometimes it's too big just because the client doesn't have clear statement of work. The client is struggling even to formulate the statement of work. The client doesn't know usually what is good to be tested on the client side and what not. So we have developed you name it as application. For me, it's also a process, just because it's a DevOps process for us. So we are practically letting the client to build AWS Cloud setup in less than 10 minutes, you name it, to test the cloud from application point of view with sample applications that we are installing in a highly available mode or in a standalone mode. That means providing high availability for the cloud or not. And when they're happy with what we deliver as a process, they can either continue in a DevOps model of work with the infrastructure code that we are creating, or they can destroy the cloud again in less than 10 minutes, which saves a lot of time and also a lot of money for the client. Because imagine the client comes and says, for example, we want to build this and that. We start building of the cloud. Then the client changes his mind. He starts adding other sets of services. Then we rebuild it again. And this is endless loop sometimes before we go to the conclusion that, or the client finally decides that this is the cloud solution that they need. AWS Cloud is one of the best cloud environments in the world, and it's so feature rich that it's hard to put everything in one application or in one integration. But we're trying to show the client, based on our experience, what are the most important items to check before making a final decision. For example, to check the performance, to check the performance of potential application, to see that the client could have availability, to see that the client can practically use also an automation process in place, and to have a partner which is able to build the cloud, or to move the cloud setup to another location in an automated way.
Okay, so this is actually a perfect solution just to get a new client started, to test the system out, if it works, if all the policies are matching with his expectations.
Exactly. And usually the client comes with the technical management team on their side, so they're aware what to expect. They know their applications. They just need a partner that is able to adapt their applications to the cloud and to the way how the cloud works. And that is going to save a lot of time for them, just because we are going to provide the people, the process, and obviously we are certified with the technology, being AWS Advanced Tier Partner. We would know how to deliver that in the cloud.
Okay. And what are the type of IT management services do you offer post-integration?
Complete IT management services, which doesn't focus only to the cloud. I mean, usually we support even hybrid setups. That means on-premise and cloud environments which are connected together. But we can guide the client from A to Z. So not just how to integrate their applications in the cloud, but also how to support their integrations, how to provide cybersecurity services, being a certified cybersecurity provider for the last couple of years. So we can see it from different angles, and we practically put together our experience for building efficient cloud environments and our experience for building a secure cloud environment, not just to make it efficient from billing point of view for the client, from cost point of view, but to make it also secure and the right for the client.
Okay, and how do you make it secure?
As I have mentioned, there are certain guidelines and practices which must be followed during the onboarding of a new client. There are many. I'm not going to go into technical details, but they include configurations related to the user management. They include configuration of specific features and services which are used in the cloud. Once again, I don't want to get too technical. There is a process, but we know how to follow that process. And usually the main disadvantage of working with not certified specialists in the area is that they can help you build the cloud, but they could miss something very important, which could cost you in the long run a lot of money. And in the cloud, that is super important, not to miss a very important point from perspective of security configuration, introduction of third-party tools which can monitor either the billing or the security posture of the cloud, whatsoever. So different tools based on the needs, based on the budget of the client, and mainly based on their business risk and IT compliance needs.
And from our experience together talking about this topic, I know that your company offers a full stack service management, which can cover all of those aspects. And as experts in the field, you can definitely expect an excellent service of the cloud integration.
Practically, that's what we do. We specialize in that. We have a certified team, AWS certified team. That's why we are advanced tier partner of Amazon. At the same time, we support and also certified with a number of other third-party vendors which complement perfectly the cloud. Good example of that is that the company is platinum partner of Sophos, gold partner of Acronis, and practically can offer a full set of cybersecurity services, from vulnerability assessment and patch management to the complex CMSOR solutions, obviously based on the needs of the client from business and technological point of view.
Amazing. Those were all of the questions I had for you today. Thank you so much for shedding light on the specific timeline. Even though it's not standardized, the care for the client is the most important essence that I've got from the conversation. Thank you once again, and
Welcome.
see you next time.
Welcome. Thank you.